Good morning, beta. In previous video, we have done lesson number 10, the lost pumpkin one. Now it's time to start with the second chapter of that lost pumpkin. That is lost pumpkin 2. Now first read. You can guess what followed. Mr. Kapoor turned red and purple with anger. The children did not know what to say, and Dadaji was now very worried. They returned home feeling sad. Dadaji went into his room. It was already noon, and the children were hungry as they had not eaten anything since morning. Let's go to Matru Halwai's shop, said Rohit. Now, this when this Mr. Kapoor came to know that they are blaming about this pumpkin, then Mr. Kapoor become very angry. Okay, he was very angry, and children were not able to say anything. They were quiet over there. Dadaji was also worried that Mr. Kapoor came to know, so they returned home feeling sad because they did not get any clue. So Dadaji went into his room, and it was a noon time. Okay, and children were hungry because they had not eaten anything since morning. Now Rohit decided to go to Matru Halwai's shop. And what happened next? Just see. Yes, hot samosas, halwa, agreed Soumya, and off they went to Rohit's bicycle. Mathu welcomed them. He was very proud to be known as the best halwai in town. Now, while the children were eating, two boys appeared carrying a huge bundle. Shall we begin work on this? They asked Mathu. Mathu suddenly turned pale and scolded them. You fools! Why did you bring this here? Take it home at once. As the boys turned to go, the bundle slipped and opened, and out rolled a pumpkin. Rohit and Soumya looked in horror. It was their pumpkin with their black cross mark on it. So what happened? This Soumya is also ready to go to eat this Matru Halwai's shop because she wants to eat this hot samosas and halwa. And Mathu also welcomed them, and because that this Mathu was best halwai in their town. When they were just sitting there, all of a sudden they found two boys came inside the shop. They were carrying a very huge bundle on their head, and they asked the Matru, means those two boys asked the Matru that shall they start work on this bundle. So this Matru was again he was in tension. Matru was in tension because why he was in tension? Because Rohit and Soumya was there in the shop, and in that bundle something was there related to Rohit and Soumya, that you know. Okay, and Matru started scolding to these two boys, and he told to the boys to bring this bag to the this bundle to the home. Okay, then as these boys turned to go, what happened? That bundle slipped and opened. And what happened? What came out? A pumpkin came out. And what was again, how they come to know that it was a pumpkin of theirs? Because they had marked a black cross on it. Okay, chalo, let's study from here. Stop, cried the children, but the boys ran into Matru's kitchen. By now it was clear that the thief was Matru, wasn't he? Famous for his pumpkin halwa, the best in town. Matru tried to explain, but the children ran after the boys. They went skipping over laddus and burfis till they reached the back door. The boys were trying to run away with the pumpkin in a cycle rickshaw. Rohit quickly hopped on to his bicycle and Soumya behind him and raced through the traffic. Nearing the rickshaw, Soumya caught hold on the handlebar and shouted, "Stop, stop, or I will call the police." So what happened? These uh, these two boys ran, okay, and children started shouting to again stop those two boys. And by now what happened, it was clear that the Mathru was a thief because he was very famous for his pumpkin halwa. And Mathru again tried to explain to the children, but children ran after the boys, and even they all went skipping over the laddus and burfis. And even they reached to the back door. The boys were trying to run away with the pumpkin in a cycle rickshaw. Rohit also hopped on his bicycle with the Soumya behind him. They again raised, and even they were successfully, Soumya caught the handlebar of those two boys rickshaw, and she shouted that stop, stop, otherwise she will call to the police. She will call the police. This frightened the rickshaw puller, who stopped, but the boys ran away. Rohit quickly caught the pumpkin just as it was about to fall to the ground. Then, leaving the bicycle, he got onto the rickshaw. Now, frightened means here he was really very means scared. Here, rickshaw puller was very scared, and he stopped. But what happened? The boys ran away. Rohit quickly again caught he tried to catch the pumpkin. Why? Because it was about to fall on the ground. Then, leaving the bicycle, he got onto the rickshaw. He again jumped to the rickshaw. Followed by Soumya on the bicycle, they returned home, and they came back with a pumpkin. Dadaji was very happy to see his pumpkin. They were just in time for the vegetable contest, where of course their pumpkin won the first prize. On the way back home, the children told their grandfather the whole story. So now Dadaji was very happy, and even they were on time because this just in time because for the vegetable contest. And of course, who is going to win? Dadaji is going to win the first prize for this pumpkin. And on the way back home, the children told everything to their grandfather about the lost pumpkin. And that evening they had a visitor. Who was the visitor at their home? Mathru. And he asked again to forgive him. Okay, he asked that, "Please forgive me, sir." Who asked? Mathru asked. He said that, bowing his head before Dadaji, he again bowed his head before Dadaji. "Such a beautiful pumpkin. You see, sir, my daughter is getting married. I wanted it to make a best halwa for the wedding feast." And what he told, that he wanted this pumpkin to again make a halwa on his daughter's marriage. Okay, "If you had only asked me, I would have given to you," Dadaji told him firmly. Then he smiled. "You can still have it, but on one condition." As the children held their breath, he said, "The halwa should be as nice as my pumpkin." So now what happened, that if you would have asked, this Dadaji told that if suppose this Mathru would have asked the Dadaji for the pumpkin, Dadaji would have also given him this pumpkin. Then again he smiled. Dadaji smiled that he is ready to give this pumpkin, but there is one condition. And what was the one condition? That halwa should be as nice as the pumpkin. And this story was written by Deepa Agarwal. Beta, in next video we'll do the rest exercises and question answers. Thank you, beta.